Back in 1800, a doctor named Mr. John Snow was investigating a cholera outbreak in London. Unlike most men, he didn't just accept the fate and started investigating more. Snow's approach was revolutionary and it was also simple. What he did was he just drew a map of the entire district and marked the places where the people were affected by cholera. To his surprise, he came to know that all those marks were stacking around a specific area, that too near a water tank. Now, with all those data, Mr. Snow predicted that specific water tank might be the core issue for the cholera. Sorry. The government then removed the water tank, and boom, the number of people affected by cholera reduced. The purpose of me stating this issue, the historical fact, is not to prove that how smart Mr. John Snow was. Instead, I want you to understand two things, just two things. Mr. John Snow acquired all the significant data and he predicted the cause of the issue. Okay, two words you just have to remember: the data, and he made the prediction with those data. Okay, now let me describe about a man who has a street food shop. On analyzing his work, I came to conclusion that on weekdays he prepares less quantity of food than the weekends, and significantly on the weekends he prepares high quantity of food comparing to the weekdays, and he rarely has food going over sorry, I rarely see him having foods over prepared going waste, or I rarely see him under preparing food, so there are customers who has no food. How is he managing to work so efficiently? My assumption is, on the initial days of his career, he would have collected data. He would have analyzed the crowds gathering the shop. He would have seen the most demanded food all the customers prefer. With all those data, he came to the conclusion and predicts that during a specific days, I can expect a specific number of crowd who might have a specific food. So I'm going to prepare a specific quantity of such food, so no customer goes without food, nor the food goes waste. And here again, I want to say the same thing, that two things plays the key role: the data the food shop seller gathered, and sorry, and the prediction he made with those data. So based on the two scenarios, we saw two guys: Dr. John Snow, who was involved in the cholera disease, and the street shop vendor. By replacing both of them with a brain, to be more accurate, by replacing Mr. John Snow as well as a street vendor with an artificial brain, we end up building machine learning systems. We give the system the input data, the system makes its own calculation. As Mr. John Snow plotted his marks on his map, it makes its own calculation and predicts the output. Every time you watch a video in YouTube, your preferences of the video is given as input to the YouTube machine learning algorithm, and that algorithm makes specific calculation and gives an output. Viewer X liked this video, so it is highly possible that he might also end up liking another video as well, which is your suggestion for the next YouTube video. Similarly for Netflix, The movie you watch is given as input data to the machine learning algorithm of Netflix, and that algorithm makes a calculation and predicts that this movie was liked by this person, so that this another movie might also be liked by this person. Three things: input, feed it to a model, makes calculation, and predicts the output. Simple.